Assalamualaikum, we are from Group 10. We will present about computer components. Firstly, I will introduce my group member. My name is Nur Hikmah binti Sanjif Omar. My matrix number 2022-8AS010087.
Hello, my name is Kylie Chong. My matrix number is 2022-8AS010099.
My name is Fatima Isika. My matrix number is 2022-8AS010056.
Nama saya Siti Deda binti Joni. Nama matrix saya 2022-8S010048.
What is computer components? A component of a computer is also referred to as computer hardware. Every personal computer, whether it is Windows or Mac system, requires the same basic components to run. Software and firmware are also required to make a computer useful, but they are not generally included on list of computer hardware components. So this is motherboard. A motherboard is a circuit board through which all the different components of a computer communication, and it keeps everything together. The input and output device are plugged into the motherboard for function. So this is the function of a computer motherboard. First, the motherboard acts as the central backbone of a computer on which other modular parts are installed, such as the CPU, RAM, and hard disk. Second, the motherboard also acts as the platform on which various expansion slots are available to install other device or interface. Third, the motherboard is also responsible to distribute power to the various components of the computer. Four, they are also used in the coordination of the various devices in the computer and maintain an interface among them. And lastly, some of the sizes in which the motherboards are available are BTX, ATX, Mini ATX, Micro ATX, LPX, and NLX.
Input unit function. Data and instruction should be first entered in the computer system to get the task done. Without entering any input in the computer system, computer cannot do any task and any function. Output unit. The result of the command of we provide the computer with through the input device is called output. The most used in the monitor, since we give command using the keyboard, and after the processing, the result or outcome is displayed on the monitor. Unit function. The output unit is the reverse of the input unit. When the processor sends the output to the output unit, then the output unit converts the information provided by computer system from binary language to human language. In the process, data is in the external environment like monitor and sound.
As you can see in this slide, I will talk about Central Processing Unit, CPU. The CPU is called the brain of the computer, since no action can take place without its permission and execution as the main processing unit. It communicates with all the other components of the computer and has three components that help in the smooth functioning of the CPU. Components of the CPU are control unit, memory unit, and arithmetic and logical unit. Then that, three components of CPU and their functions. Firstly, memory unit. The information entered through the input device is saved in the memory of the CPU and then passed on to the other parts. Similarly, when the output is ready, it is saved in the memory before the result is given to the user. Functions of the memory unit are: it stores all the data and the instructions required for processing. Also, it stores intermediate results of processing and the final results of processing before these results are released to an output device. All inputs and outputs are transmitted through the main memory. Secondly, control unit. This unit controls the functioning component of the computer. It collects the data entered, leads it on for processing. After the processing is done, receives the output and provides it to the user, so getting instructions, decoding it, signaling the execution, and receiving the output is done by the control center, and hence it is called the center of all processing actions that happen in the computer. Functions of control unit are: it is responsible for controlling the transfer of data and instructions among other units of a computer. It manages and coordinates all the units of the computer and obtains the instructions from the memory, interprets them, and directs the operations of the computer. And it communicates with input or output device for transfer of data or results from storage. And it does not process or store data. Lastly, the arithmetic and logical unit. This unit does mathematical calculations, arithmetic operations, comparisons of data, and decisions making. It has circuits that are built for addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and other calculations. Functions of arithmetic and logical unit is: ALUs perform arithmetic and logic functions, and ALU diagram. ALU perform arithmetic and logic functions, and ALU diagram shows input, process, outputs, and storage register.
After that is random access memory, RAM. RAM is the most commonly referred component in a computer. The RAM is also known as the volatile memory since it gets reset every time the computer restarts. It stores the data regarding the programs which are frequently accessed program and process. It helps programs to start up and close quickly. Its being slow has made it more obsolete these days. The function of RAM. RAM is temporary memory bank where your company store data is need to read quickly. RAM keeps data easily accessible so your processor can quickly find it without having to go into long-term storage to complete immediate processing tasks.
Computer storage device. The computer needs to store all the data and they have either a hard disk drive or solid state drive for the purpose. Hard disk drive are disks that store data, and this data is read by a mechanical arm. Solid state drive are like SIM card in the mobile phone. They have no moving part and are faster than hard drive. There is no need for a mechanical arm to find data on a physical location on the drive, and therefore this takes no time at all. Function of storage unit. First, primary storage. The primary memory is the main memory that the central processing unit has access to. This is also known as volatile memory. The memory is wiped as soon as the device is turned off or reboot. It has a smaller size. Internal memory is the only type of primary storage. RAM, edge memory, and other types of primary storage are examples. Secondary storage. The central processing unit is not readily accessible from this form of storage because the storage device are primarily external. Input and output channels are used to connect them to the computer. It has a higher storage capacity than the main memory and is non-volatile until an external factor eliminates it. This sort of storage is permanent. Internal and external memory it also include USB drive, floppy disk, and other form of supplemental storage are examples.
Another vital component of the computer is GPU. The graphics processing unit or the video card helps generate high-end visuals like the ones in video games. Good graphics like this are also helpful for people who have to execute their work through images like 3D modelers and others who use resource-intensive software. It generally communicates directly with the monitor. GPU function, graphics processing unit, a specialist processor originally designed to accelerate graphics rendering. GPU can process many pieces of data simultaneously, making them useful for machine learning, video editing, and gaming applications. Thank you. Last but not least, conclusion. Computer components are the crucial parts of the computer system, which serve their function independently and by complementing other components inside the system. A computer system cannot perform to the fullest as a complete, efficient, and performing device unless all these components are working without any glitch.